Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the 13th edition of Dungeon Masters of Entrath, the one and I believe still the only Hex TCG game show out there where I take on the role of your Dungeon Master and create a series of different decks for you to challenge. Matches are best of one. You beat me all the way through, you win the grand prize. If you lose at any point along the way, your dungeon run is over and it's back to the drawing board for you. We started this on February 8th. I've been doing this every Wednesday night since February 8th. Whenever I do not have challengers, then I will stream some Evo action so that we have some form of Hex gameplay going on here in the downtime. As always, if you're watching live, exclamation point prizes will show you what the prize list is. Exclamation point rules will show you what the rules are for deck building. The current decks require common and uncommon cards only from the most recent sets. They have to be standard legal. No rare cards, no legendary cards. And of course, if you are watching this on YouTube after the episode has aired, hello, welcome, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you coming in and checking out the replays and enjoying the action. So currently my chat room appears silent. I do not see anybody going, hey, pick me for a dungeon run at the moment. So I'm just gonna quickly change the notice. Let me know if you wish to challenge the dungeon. Okay, so take that. Slap that notice up there. And turn the music down a little bit. I honestly don't know what the correct ratio is yet on sound, but last week the music was virtually unhearable, so I wanted to try to bring the levels up on that to make it more clear. Alright, so we have a current battlegrounds. Let's hear Evo. 1-0 in an Evo with a Blood and Wild Baru that has a bit of a Sapphire Splash for Skittering Cultivators and Underworld Officer. This did at one point have a lot more. For that first game, I had to have a lot more Sapphire in it, so it had the Cloud Bounder. Aspects of Lanapaw is playable in this deck, isn't it? When you play an action, your troops in all zones get +1/+1. Is that, I forgot I had that in there. Is that worth splashing? Is that worth adding to the splash stack? I feel like there aren't really enough actions. Let's roll with this. And the Evo queues were rather slow. Ooh, is that new, or have I just not noticed that before? That when you hover over your XP, it now shows you exactly how far along you are to the next level without having to click on this. And then daily bonus is in effect. That's a nice little touch. I hadn't seen that before. I like that. Give us a game, please. Just checking Twitter while we wait. Yeah, so sorry it's a little slow here. Normally it's not this difficult to hop into an Evo game. Oftentimes we'll have a challenger by now. Okay, I'm gonna get out of Twitter. I'm gonna go to Twitch. Following. No, whatever I click, no. Bad. Alright. This is not great, but it's keepable. We have one of the sapphire shards. We only need the one. We're going to need a wild here, but we have a turn 2 and a turn 3 play, so all is not lost. Flame Guard's going to be a beating. Alright, honestly, I think Giant Centipede probably just trades here if we get the chance. Because this is not a hand that allows for quick drilling generation. Oh, that makes a Valor, and now we can't trade. Delightful. Alright, so then we're going to let that hit. And we can butcher it. So that delays us a turn on the Mind Rack Sorcerer, but that would prevent the Centipede from blocking. So that just seems correct. So we have streaming tonight Varanus, Pentachills, Mokog on the official channel, Olivia, some Curtis, something I've never heard of, King Sorrow the 13th, and myself. So there's 7 people, which is actually more than the usual for a Wednesday night. Wild Shard, please. Wild Shard, please. Not sure why you're not forcing me to trade there or something, but oh my god, Wild Shard, please. Wild shard, we can make some hay. Well, that's not fun to see. Wild shard, please! Kismet, come on! Finally! Okay, and we're not dead yet. I think it's the duo probe warp tears next. Get some of this crap out of there. And now Paviazukan and Shoku's Garden are both going to be online next turn. Ah, sigh. So you're dead. So I might as well just do that for spite. Oh, that was in my end step. That didn't even accomplish anything. You are just gonna sit there and try to phantom me to death, aren't you? And it's probably gonna work. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so we're gonna Shoku's Garden, get all these dreadlings out there. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage in the air, and we gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 life back. So right now that's a trade, and we need 2 blockers back. So we'll just let the dreadlings go. You know what, I could have swung with... it was a mistake not to swing with the Probe Warp Air, since we have the Snarling Brute as a blocker. Alright, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5 damage coming in the air. Does that does create a Valor. Okay, full swing. Combat Trick is going to be a bad day. But we're going to trade here and trade here. Then we have to take the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the air. Don't have a blitz, don't have a trick. Please don't have a trick. Whew, okay, looks like we're alright. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage in the air. Let's see your potent puffball. Now, does Yazukan destroy that, or destroy one of the things that's harassing us in the air? I think I destroyed the big thing. Although that may not be correct. Alright, now this swing and this can be, those dreadlegs can be sacrificed into the centipede to actually make it bigger. There we go, so let's deal 5 to Chris Van Meter. And now this could be the part where there's like a pyroblast, or okay, no removal there. Moon Call Ceremony. So what's the conscript? Birthing Potter, is this limited? Yes, this is Evo. And yes, you can challenge after this match, because you are the first person to show up and express any interest tonight. So, with 0 people in front of you, you got a few minutes, no worries. Alright. Full swings. Blindside kills us. Damn it. Alright. I'll back out of the Evo here. And I will await your challenge. And get some dungeon runs up in here. Still got 3 ranks where there's Birthing Potter. Alright, Silver Standard Room 1, accept. Here we go, first dungeon run of the night. Birthing Potter. I also need to let them know. Special challenges this week only. Deal 13 damage in 1 turn, or win with exactly 13 health left. Win a Scars of War booster for Alright, so we got some great cards and no blood shards, so this is going to get thrown out. Episode 13 specials. Okay, so we can get the Dreadling Factory going on, but we don't have anything super strong here yet. We do have a Strangle, which I want to... It's quick speed, so I want to save that for a... Flickering Gobbler, I think, is the card I'm thinking of that I expect to be in there. Okay, there's an Ember Tongue Skarn, not a big deal right now. So we're gonna just kind of focus on building our board right now. Oh, sad day. Well, that does give us Scrounge for the Dread Apprentice next turn. Okay, Warp Steel Shard Sworn is nice. So we're gonna suffer death by Weenie Flood here. So let's throw out a Dread Apprentice, Scrounge our dead Dread Botanist to give us some more toys. There won't be any blocks on these. These Dreadlings are all going to get through. Actually, there, yeah, that Swift Strike, that'll block there. So I readjusted the music settings this week. If the music seems too loud, let me know. Last week you couldn't hear it at all, so I wanted to shift it up, but I don't know if I hit the balance point quite right or not. Okay, this doesn't look like the Flickering Gobbler build I had been expecting, but that's a lot of board pressure over there. Only the bot. Okay, really nothing to be gained by swinging into that board. So we're in a hole. We do have 2 Strangles up. I thought this deck had bigger threats, but there may come a point in time where those Strangles become necessary for self-defense. So for those of you just tuning in, welcome. You are watching Dungeon Masters of Entrath. This is the Hex game show I host every Wednesday night. I have built a series of decks for people to challenge. Matches are best of 1. If you beat your way all the way through the dungeon, then you win the grand prize. The current prize list is available for view by typing !prizes in chat. The theme for the current dungeon is the Silver Standard Dungeon. So decks require standard legal cards, the most recent 4 sets, and it can be of common and uncommon quality only. No rares, no legendaries are allowed in your deck. Now, as I am the Dungeon Master, I will cheat on that, and some decks will make use of rare cards to kind of fill in the role of AI-only tech. If at any point anyone has questions, of course, feel free to speak up, and I am happy to answer any questions people may have. Just doing the bot again. I think he's trying for the challenge. Since this is the 13th episode, we have 2 special challenges up this week that any dungeon runner may attempt. Those being to deal exactly 13 damage in 1 turn, or win with exactly 13 health left. He may be waiting for me to hit him down to 13 as well. Trying to stack the challenge that way. And these rewards are limited to 1 time per dungeon runner. So Birthing Potter could only win a maximum of 2 boosters, no matter how many times they pull off the 13 trick. I feel like it was probably a mistake not to swing in with the Probe War pair there. Now only 1 Strangle's up this turn. Okay, there's a Flickering Gobbler. Been waiting for one of those to show up. Now, do you have a combat training too? No combat training. That would have been played by now. Alright, so Strangle will take out the Flickering Gobbler. So that's gonna... we're gonna take 2 out from bots. Go ahead and use this charge power. So our troops aren't getting any younger. It's 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that is not lethal. So that may allow that to sail through, and then just try to crack back real hard. Okay, does make a couple blocks, but lets the Dreadlings sail through. Alright, so we're in for at least 2 on the crackback here. Alright, Lanopois Sight's gonna make these guys bigger. Arcane Focus. It may have been a mistake to swing in so aggressively. This is probably in the range where it needs to get strangled now. So many actions! There's an Embertongue Skarn. There's a combat training. Alright, so that's super bad. We have 1 block. We also have a Strangle. 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 takes us to 1. Let's be smarter than that and block 5. Swing in with a couple dreadlings. We are pretty dead though. So Birthing Potter should be able to pretty comfortably move on to the second room of the dungeon. Two combat trainings. Oh yeah, we're dead. No, don't even need to do the math. Oops. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 11 damage. Yep, that's not 13. Room 1 is down. Alright, so here's the dungeon map. Every challenger starts in room 1. Yep, 1 short. Every challenger starts in room 1, has to beat rooms 1 and 2, and then there's the $1 million decision that decides your fate. Go left for room 3, or go right for room 5, and follow the associated paths. And then there's bonus room B and bonus room A. Each are special one-shots, where once they are beat, they are awarded a special prize, and then I X off the room for other future challengers. Let's just peek out. I'm going to take off the notice here because Birthing Potter is challenging us, so just shoot me your challenge for room 2 when you are ready, and we'll keep going. We want to go first. It's kind of rough with so little gas, but I am going to go ahead and keep it. Now we wait the keeper mull decision. Excuse me, sorry about that. So Birthing Potter is in room 2 of the dungeon. We are currently awaiting a keeper mulligan decision here. This deck here that we are running is a Grandfather Elk deck. Running Tempestuous Blade Dancers, Arendelle Monks that can get some spell shield on them. Of course, you know, Surging Wildfire is in here. Surging Wildfire is the card that inspired the deck. Okay, here we go. So we're going to get down the Wild Shard first. and hope for another one or something cheaper. But this deck really needs to get to 5 to start working at its peak efficiency. So I didn't really want to throw away a 4-shard hand, even though it's going to take some work to get to the good stuff here. This is our 13th episode here. I've been streaming Dungeon Masters of Entrath every Wednesday since February 8th. There are a couple special challenges on the docket tonight, and tonight only. Deal 13 damage in 1 turn, or win an encounter with exactly 13 health left. And if you accomplish either of those objectives, you will win a Scars of War booster pack. You can win 1 pack for each of those challenges, so you could win 2 boosters. Each person individually can only win a booster for each of those challenges once. Decks must be common and uncommon cards only of the most recent sets. And if you're watching the stream and you have a deck that is eligible to compete, and you wish to challenge the dungeon, please speak up in chat, let me know your intention, and we'll keep track of who wants to play or not. I'm just kind of keeping a queue of anybody who's interested. Okay, Wild Shard here would be great. Surging Wildfire is not bad though. But need double wild for Grandfather Elk's charge power. So I'd still like to see that second wild here. Alright, so Birthing Potter is running a sacrifice deck this time, themed around using Takehiro's power to throw away zombies. The zombies will come back with any of their buddies, and therefore just keep bringing zombies back over and over and over and over. We're going to be resource efficient here and play out the Surging Wildfire. I am terrified that this gets 1 swing and then immediately gets butchered. That would be a problem for us. But we need to start cracking in here and trying to do some damage before Birthing Potter can really get the zombie combo online. So, is Surging Wildfire going to survive this turn? Looks like. And now here's the zombie combo. Playing one brought back the other. Nope, I lied. Surging Wildfire dies. The zombie that was brought back is immediately re-sacrificed to Gruesome Deed. And now in the sad state of affairs that is our draws, we're going to hardcast an Iotachi Brute and pass the turn. Don't you dare Pyre Strike my zombie. I'd rather have a Wild Shard at the moment. One more shard gets us Tempestuous Blade Dancer, so we can start swinging in with that. Cycled the coin to draw a couple more cards. Did not stuff any more zombies in the crypt. Tomb Swamp. Oh, that was probably the Raker. Yep. That's bad for us. Because we're going to end up having to discard 2 cards. Oh, look, it's a wild shard. Just what I always wanted. Okay, so this already has Crush on it. So we're going to go ahead and put Crush on that one. And then swing with these 2. And I think we probably give up at this point we give up the Arendelle Monk and the Determined Bushi, because they're not as good as a Fire in the Hole and a second Tempestuous Blade Dancer. Ah, crap. So we're going to sacrifice that. Hard played the coins for a resource. No swing here. Alright, so Feed the Flames can take out the Death's Head Rider, which I think we'll go ahead and do. Swing in with the Tempestuous Blade Dancer. I believe this only hits a troop, right? Yeah, that only hits a troop. Alright, let's go ahead and get the Arendelle Monk out there. And continue to create a board that inspires terror. Alright, Tomb Swap. Brings back the thing. That's so lame. Okay. And there's Scrounge Fodder, so we're going to end up having to get rid of both of these probably. Each opposing champion sacrifices a troop. Alright, bye Arendelle Monk. Bye Tempestuous Blade Dancer. Alright, so we get another Ruby Shard. Alright, so we're going to throw down another Tempestuous Blade Dancer. And crash in here for 4. The Fire in the Hole is up to 6. I don't know that there's anything in that deck that actually needs all that power. So this is basically a kill anything we need to move now. Though that probably doesn't matter because our opponent has a Smoke Claw Raker in hand, so I probably have to just discard both of these. There it is. Alright, goodbye. Alright, so we're now in top deck mode. And they've got a fair amount of combo going. Alright, so now we have naked boards. I got a whole lot of nothing going on over here. Alright, that is a Surging Wildfire, which is amazing if it lives more than a turn. We're going to play it. We really have to. And it'll hit for 4, so if it gets to swing again, it's game over. All comes down to our pal Surging Wildfire. So Eager Lackey offers up a blocker, Maybe hoping to conscript something that can deal with this. Yep, a sacrifice to kill that. And now Packmaker Heretic comes out, so could sacrifice troops in the crypt for card draw or put them back in the deck to get health. Well, that is a problem. And that doesn't help. But we're going to play that because there's no real point to bluff, and it can get us closer to a charge power. Victory was in sights, and then we've got stalled out by on point and timely removal. So that's going to bring out 2 more zombies. And so now the board looks pretty bad for us. Okay, and the Eager Lackey was put in the deck. Makes sense. Try to get that conscript back. And we're going to take 4 damage here. We're gonna go ahead and Pyre Strike that so that that health gain stops. That only works on a troop, right? Yeah, target opposing troop. Okay, good. Although doming Birthing Potter in the face for 4 wouldn't have really helped, leaving a troop on the board that can help gain more health back. Was that in the deck, or did they just get that back immediately? I don't see any others in the crypt. That's bad luck. Just immediate redraw. Alright, so this is 6 damage. And we're on a 2-turn clock. We have one of our own. There are better hits than a mechanized Gem Scout, but we'll make do. So if Birthing Potter wins this, they are going to have to make the one of the most critical choices of the dungeon run. And I'll pull up the map when this match is over to show how that... Oh, come on! The conscript hits. So this is going to be a successful win. We need to find a way to make 5 damage appear next turn with 1 card. Oh, if only we had 1 more charge. Is this one? Let's say I block. That's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Getting through, so we're still dead on board, and we're just strangled for the emphasis on you never had it. Never had it. Trying to get to 13. This probably will get speed. I think he's trying to math out what 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's 13. Which I'm sure he already knew because he did the math, but I wanted to at least acknowledge confirmation that I caught that. Alright, so here's the dungeon map. So now Birthing Potter has to choose whether or not to go left or right and challenge the decks on either path. And let's hear Birthing. Writing down in my show notes. 1, booster. You did the 13 damage. Alright, which way are we going? Leave the map up while we wait for the answer to that very important question. Oh, I have an instant message here. Left! We're going left! Alright, we'll take the map down. Okay, challenge when ready. Challengers are... correct. Challengers are allowed to change decks between dungeons, which is why I usually prefer to let the challenger challenge me, because then I know you are ready with the deck that you have chosen that you want to use, and that way I know I'm not rushing you to make a decision on that. So careful students of the dungeon and repeat viewers can pay attention to what each room is, and then if you so choose, craft a deck specifically to counter any particular challenge. So Birthing Potter for dealing 13 damage in a single turn won a Scars of War booster pack for that last match. Chose to go left, so now we are in the Notorious Conscripts room. Go ahead and keep this because this deck has a very low curve. Pretty much tops out at 3. I think maybe there's a couple 4s in here, but this... yeah, I think there's a few 4s in here, but this is a very cheap deck, both in terms of the cards it takes to make, and in terms of the shard base you need to run it. So we've got Wild Shard on 1, Well of Life could be for a diamond on 2. And then we'll have the choice between Battle Preparations or Sacred Stance. Probably Sacred Stance first, actually, because when you conscript troops you control and in your hand get +1/+1. So we'll be bringing the benefit to the 2 Deepwood Droka immediately. Let's see what we get here. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and Well of Life for a diamond. And throw down the Sacred Stance first. Because we have Conscript here, we have Conscript here. Would like to see a 3rd shard so that both of those are playable the same turn. I mean, it could be a 3rd shard and then play out a Deepwood Droka to try to pass the conscript power onto the things that we conscript the next couple turns after that. Alright, really need that 3rd shard. We're in such a good spot if we can get a if we can draw a couple shards to actually throw these down. Okay, no swing, that's a good sign. Well, you know we gotta do that, but really need a third shard. Alright, so Cottontail Explorer is gonna come out, throws a relentless zombie in the crypt. So what's the play here? Two sacred stances are a pain in the butt to try to play around. Decides to sacrifice Cottontail Explorer to draw a card. Tomb swaps it right back. Okay, sacrifice to make the zombie bigger. And now do you swing with the 4/2 zombie? You do. We'll go ahead and trade there. Really hope for that third shard. There we go. Boom. Alright, get a Deepwood Droka out.
Hey guys, Little V
3
here.
shards gained.
And if you did, feel free to click
all
on
the
these other
value.
videos. You'll probably enjoy them too. And if you really enjoyed the video and want to help me produce more content like this, head over to my Bandcamp page and pick up an album, or support me directly on Patreon. Every little bit helps, and it keeps my lights on. Rock on, peace out, see you next time.
Oh, so sad. I do have a Decree of Banishing to get that. Probably want to get rid of that on a more permanent basis. Or play Deepwood Droka first. I think I play Deepwood Droka first. But we do need some shards here. I will kill all your things. Seems like Eager Lackey, Cottontail Explorer. Yeah, get out of that deck. Get out. Oh, come on. Stop killing all my troops. I really want to play with all my cards. Get out of here. Get out of here. Come back to me, eager lackey.
You're walking in the woods. There's no one around and your phone is dead. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot him.
Yeah, we don't want those. We don't want those being recycled.
30 feet back.
Seeing what those can do.
He gets down on all fours and breaks into a sprint. He's gaining on you. You're looking for your car, but you're all turned around. He's almost upon you now, and you can see.
Oh, the zombies.
My God, there's blood everywhere.
Too many zombies. I think Elijah's gonna have a bad day because this deck is taking way too long to get going.
Now it's dark, and you seem to have lost him, but you're hopelessly lost yourself, stranded with a murderer.
This makes a 1 cost.
Aha! In the
Yes.
distance, a small cottage with a light on. Hope. You move stealthily toward it, but your leg is caught in a bear trap.
Six sixes for 1. Each champion sacrifices a troop, so the merciless color is not the greatest hit here.
You limp into the dark woods, blood oozing from your stump leg.
And now all the zombies are 6/4s too. Yeah, put target trooper encrypt into your deck, gain 3 health. It's 18 damage, so something has to get blocked.
His head topples to the floor, expressionless. You fall to your knees and catch your breath. You're finally safe from Shia LaBeouf.
Although I fear a zombie could come back at any moment. Gotta try to preserve the health total here. Alright, now this either works or this is a really bad mistake. I want to see if Merciless Color... Okay, so I don't have to sacrifice it if it's my only troop. That's what I thought. So the zombie probably gets sacrificed here because... Oh, for the love of God, I do have to sacrifice it to itself. Rip me. Yeah, that didn't work the way I thought it did. Should have played the 8/8 instead. So, lots of cards. Lots of cards, not so many cards. Lots of life, not so much life. Oh, and there's the zombie train all over again. Alright, so Elijah, who absolutely decimated the first few people to attempt him, is now showing that it is a mortal deck. combination of this stuff gets played and where we don't die. I don't think there is such a combination. Pay 3, avoid 1 threat, throw out a blocker, still take 10. Yeah, so we're still taking 10 on a full swing here. So that's going to be 3 rooms down. And I'll pull up the map again between matches here to show where Birthing Potter is in progressing through the dungeon. There is nobody else in line currently to challenge the dungeon, so if you have some decks that are standard format and only contain commons and uncommons, and you wish to challenge the dungeon, please speak up in chat, let me know, and we'll add your name to the list here. Right now, Birthing Potter is the only person in line who'd expressed interest so far tonight, so if somebody speaks up, you're pretty much guaranteed to get to go tonight. Alright, now you're just showing off. Eight, 16, 24, 28 damage swinging in. Bishop Elijah is very, very dead. Alright, so here's the map again, where we are now at room 4. If this next room falls, then Birthing Potter gets the choice of bonus room or go for the boss. But for now, it is room 4 that is up next. Tim Lagore, what is up? Welcome in. You're in good time. We still got another about 2 hours of stream left tonight. And Birthing Potter is into room 4 on the map here. So rooms 1, 2, and 3 have all fallen. We're going to see here when Birthing Potter is ready and sends the challenge. Room 4, I think Birthing Potter may be the only person who's ever actually even challenged room 4. And then from there, the important prize decisions must be made. Completely failed to build a deck this afternoon like I had intended. You have some time right now. We're mid-run. Common and uncommon cards only, no rares. Which you may have already known, but just for the sake of being thorough in case you didn't. Or for anybody else who pops in. Alright, we want to go first. We want to keep this hand. And then we want to hope our troops don't immediately die. So we have 2 sapphires. These can be turned into 2 diamonds. Mystic Naturalist. Silver Talon Mandate for just a continuous stream of chump blockers against the zombie swarm. That will be helpful tech. This deck could be particularly well positioned against the zombie combo. shackling strands can also lock down a thing. So the way to go here is probably to try to get Silver Talon Mandate online as soon as possible. And yes, this is a rare card, so this would be probably the first example on this path through the dungeon of the Dungeon Master starting to use a couple of rares as AI-only cards. Alright, so we have Totem Trap up for a zombie attack. We're going to sit on the Shackling Strands for now. And next turn, Silver Talon Mandate can start getting that party started. Come on, swing with your zombie. Yeah, that's fine. Still dies to Totem Trap. Naive Lackey. Does that immediately get sacrificed? It does. Naive Lackey into Eager Lackey. They have a fistful of cards over there. And swing with that zombie. Yeah. That's a dead zombie. Dead zombie is a good zombie. Zombies that stay dead are even better. Alright, so we're going to grab the second diamond here. And bring out the Silver Talon Mandate. And start working on the Great Birdocracy. Zombies versus birds. Fight! Silver Talon Mandate here. When a troop readies, add a debate counter to this. When there's 6, you can return that to your hand. Alright, so we're going to have to sacrifice one of our Birdocrats. That is a good target for Shackling Strands. Deathshead Rider we do not want to really put in the crypt because Birthing Potter has shown the ability to fish those back, to use the Scrounge ability multiple times. Alright, so let's nab some of those. Gonna go ahead and Shackling Strands here. And swing in for 2 to start getting counters on the Silver Talon Mandate. And next turn get the Phoenix Guard Lancer out. That deck is a little bit of a slow build towards big zombies. Zombies versus birds, you should start the franchise. First the zombies fought the plants. Next came the birds. Oh, conscripting another flying troop is annoying. We're going to take one because don't really want to get rid of one of our flyers here. Alright, so let's swing with 3. One almost certainly gets blocked. Exhaust a Phantom to get out the Phoenix Guard Lancer. Play a resource, and then let's get the Cloud Runner out here too. So this is still 2 turns from being able to be replayable, because this is only going to be hit 5 counters at the end of the next turn, so still does not yet return to the hand. And we now have 2 cards that can check some of the cheap swings. I think I've seen Struggle in this deck before from Birthing Potter, but not Cheap Shot, so I think it's safe to do a block. That deck also has Gruesome Deed, to sacrifice a troop to kill something. That's one of its primary forms of removal. Sacrificed the... I see what he did there. Sacrificed the flying 2/3 dude to put the thing back into his hand that's going to make us sacrifice something. So he's trying to re-scrounge that way. Yeah, target a troop you control. It still has... I think that's still going to have the thing on it. Fine. I'll give up the less good ones. Trying to delay the Great Birdocracy. Could trade these here. That's not going to fuel the Birdocracy. Now we get Talonkeep Watcher and Mystic Naturalist, and we just have to try to keep crashing in. Hopefully faster than things get removed. There's a Gruesome Deed on the Mystic Naturalist. Killing Death's Head Rider, so that again, Death's Head Rider could probably be pulled back. The Tombstone. God, that combo! Stop it. See, I'm so mad. I'm so... Ugh, I can't even type right. Single Death's Head Rider is hard checking the Great Birdocracy very badly. Because now that gets played and we have to, sacrifice 3 troops? 1, 2, 3. I hate that thing. Oh, I hate that thing. Death's Head needs a date with the Void. That didn't help. Alright, so the Great Birdocracy is... Don't you enjoy all of your things dying? Not especially, no. Dungeon Master likes to play cards like the rest of you. So that's 2 damage. And now, what can we draw to get ourselves out of here? Hard casting Phoenix Guard Lancer. Because that is a thing that we do. Now we gotta pass the turn over and hope that this actually sticks for a turn. folks. We had a few more people pop in. If you're just tuning in, you're watching Dungeon Masters of Entrath. This is a weekly hex game show I run every Wednesday night on my channel here, where I design a series of decks for people to challenge. Matches are best of one. If you manage to win your way through the entire dungeon, then you win the grand prize. If at any point along the way you lose a game, then your run is over, and something gets added onto the grand prize list to make the prize even sweeter for the next person who takes the challenge. Currently, we have had 12 unsuccessful runs at the dungeon, so that's 12 times that the prize pool has increased. The prize pool is visible by typing !prizes, and if you wish to have a written version of the rules to review, you can type !rules to see the rules document I have printed out so people can read and review that at their leisure. And oh look, a flying Fenteo. Can I make some eggs, please? I'm so happy I didn't waste my strangle on your silly... Ah! No, no, we don't get to make any eggs. Well, hi Fentio. You were fun for the 30 seconds we had you. Alright, so that's going to have speed at this point. And now, unfortunately, we're either eating damage or trading with any of the real threats. It says 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 16. Just get the biggest threat off the board. We're dead, though. Make no mistake about it. We are dead. Alright, Silver Talent Adjudicator, though. Silver Talent Adjudicator may be able to help us out a wee bit here. Well, that is annoying, because now that's going to sacrifice and make things even bigger. For... call that 10, 11, 12, 13. This probably isn't going to work. Wait. If we try to kill that in response, he can sacrifice something to make it a +2, +1. Yeah, that's not going to work. So let's just block there. And then probably here, totem trap it to get it actually off the board. I don't think there's any combat tricks in there. Oh, get out of here. I'll put that back in your deck. Smoke Claw Raker gets voided. Alright, so 4 health left. Is there any miracle in this deck? Come on, Silver Talent Adjudicator. Trades. There. Card Miracle. That's funny. Let's double Adjudicator. Oh, look, we would have drawn shards the next 2 turns. Delightful. You probably don't have to have WorkerBot set to Whisper, though. I just added it to the channel. I honestly haven't messed with any settings, so maybe that's a default thing. I'd have to muck around to figure out how to change that. If that's a Death's Head Rider, I'm gonna scream. They got pulled back. Alright, so we're gonna block here. And take 6. Block like that. And next turn, Shackling Strands can be applied on the zombie. Oh, get out of here. Yeah, we're still dead. Because the shard doesn't change the board states. Oh, such a pity. Our great birdocracy never got off the ground. But Birthing Potter is getting quite deep in the dungeon now. Alright, I did it. Maybe that will help. So that it's no longer a in Whisper mode. Alright, so just voiding Dreadlings now for card draw. That's the Packmaker Heretic is a very useful card engine for that deck. Yep, it shows up in chat there now. Excellent. But it won't show up on the stream because I have that set up to try to avoid to show human chat on screen, but not. It tries to filter out bots, so it looks like that's working as intended. So now we pull up the dungeon map. Birthing Potter has cleared rooms 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now has to make the decision between going towards the bonus room, which is unclaimed, or going for the final boss, which nobody has seen yet. Nobody has yet challenged the final boss deck. Could happen tonight. Then again, it's also been the fact that anybody who tries to go for the challenge room so far has been promptly wrecked. Bonus room hype. Alright, we are doing bonus B. Okay, oops, that's... I don't know where I just typed, but... Okay, challenge when ready. Bonus room B. Also 3 hours, the gained and healed, not enough. Clearly. Yeah, I got the use of 3 Silver Talon Adjudicators, and it wasn't enough to overcome the zombie horde. So, bonus room B. Going for the special prize. This is the part where I admit that the bonus rooms are so rarely seen, I don't remember. Oh, okay, I remember what this deck is. It's a little harder to remember the one-off decks because most people don't usually reach them very frequently. But yeah, we're getting pretty deep in the run here, so if anybody has decks that are common and uncommon cards only and standard legal, and you wish to challenge the dungeon, should Birthing Potter fail here, please speak up and let me know. As potential, we'll keep. When you play Valor, draw a card. We need 1 shard. I threw one together, probably lose horribly. Well, at least you got something. I don't think it matters, but I'm going to throw it on the ruby first. This is going to be the same. This is going to be the same struggle that happened the last time with our other ruby wild deck, where I had a great hand and never drew shards. But you'll notice the centerpiece of this entire deck is in our starting hand. The funny thing is that deck has so many answers to it that it may not even care. Alright, really need shards now. Come on, shards. If no shards, then this is basically free. Shard! That'll do. We need the wild. Is it worth swinging in with the Satyr's Roost Bard here? Sacrifices. I think this lands. Or there's a chump block here, and then a sacrifice into that. Alright, so that gets the scrounge plan going, but that gets one of the zombies off the board. I'd trade in an instant if it was me. Bard is important for you. It is a little bit of card draw. That may have been a mistake, true. But you need to have Valors. Oh, and there's a Tomb Swap just to bring it right back. Or bring a Cottontail Explorer back. Gets a few shards, so they don't have shard problems. We want Arendelle Monk to become 5/5 with Spell Shield, that's for sure. Which isn't going to happen because removal game on point. Okay, so could Heart of Embers here, but I kind of want to... Arendelle Monk instead, because it'll hopefully draw one more resource and be able to play Heart of Embers, and then a Valor on the same turn to pop something. Okay, good. We agree this time. Monk. Problem is, when those dang zombies comes out, they're all coming back, and that's 1, 2... Well, okay, not that one, but that one's coming back. Death's Head Rider is gonna make a sacrifice, because, of course... Now the zombies are back. That only deals 2 damage. Alright, we're gonna do it and hope it sticks for a turn. Please don't have another gruesome deed. Alright, so I've seen strangles, but yeah, that was gonna sacrifice to feed those anyway. That's 612. That's a lot of damage. Cottontail Warcaller. Deploy conscript 2 troops. The hits just keep on coming. Alright, let's pop this for health, because desperately need that health. You won't believe what I conscripted. Oh no. Oh no. That's gonna be bad. So if we shoot him in the face, we can get another Valor, but that's not gonna... We need to get threats off the board. Okay, pop a zombie. And play a Spring Dancer. It isn't normally great, but it's hilarious. Because this can block this now. This may have to chump block the Relentless Zombie. So we're gonna chump block the Relentless Zombie. The zombie gets sacrificed. Alright, let's see what's coming, and if we have any hope at getting Lasgar's Vengeance down to being playable. Oh, crap. Just one? Alright, Well, we gotta get rid of that because we need the Heart of Embers. That would be hilarious. Shoot, I have a better play. One, two, three, four. This dies. But we take 4 in the air. Block 1. Take 6. Still dead. Some people just have no dedication to style. Yeah, I don't see a universe in which we're not dead, though. Alright, I need to check my notes here just to verify. Create a replica of target opposing elf and put it into your hand. It gets +1/+1. There it is. An evil Heart of Embers. Alright, we're dead, so we're just gonna smoke it. Bang! Still is gonna get the replica, though. Make sure I'm good. Yeah, probably, yep. Alright, so it looks like we have a dead prize room. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bang. Alright, that leaves only the final boss. Birthing Potter will be the first person to encounter the final boss. Grants, you have 1 in Armies of Myth Primal pack. That was the secret prize for bonus B. I really like this zombie deck if you hadn't noticed. Yep, so Birthing Potter's gonna take home an Armies of Myth Primal pack and 1 Scars of War booster for dealing 13 damage in 1 turn. So those are guaranteed regardless of how the final boss goes. Let's see here. Silver Standard final boss. Here we goes. I thought this deck might be overkill, but I feel like this deck might be just enough kill against this particular deck. We shall see. want to see what my hand is. What are we going to have to work with? What are we going to have to work with? None of the bombs. But this'll work. Deranged Marauder. Arena Regular. Whirling Brewers. Yeah, this is gonna work as a starting hand. And we're gonna hope for to find one of our bombs before too long. Certainly before the whole zombie on a loop shenanigans get rolling. Yep, Birthing Potter is the first person to face the final boss. Alright, so Pyre Strike is good anti-zombie tech. There's actually there's quite a few things in that deck that would be happy to void out forever. Well, I hope it has brains, because the zombies are coming. Got 2 shards off of that. Alright, so that's our second resource. And we'll throw out the Arena Regular. And then next turn we can do a shard into Whirling Brutalizer, is the hope. Whirling Brutalizer, when this attacks, this deals 2 damage to each opposing champion or troop that was dealt damage this turn. And we definitely don't wanna block that. 1 point of damage is not worth losing an Arena Regular. But we're gonna lose it anyway. So you don't really need a second resource this turn. Random orc in your hand gets Rage 1. Let's do this for Rage, because we have our second resource online either way. Okay, the Whirling Brutalizer got the Rage. So we can swing in for 4. And Deranged Marauder got +1 attack. Alright, for anybody tuning in, Birthing Potter is facing the final boss of the dungeon run. They have successfully completed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They've beat 5 encounters, and this is their 6th. And Deathhead Rider is just the worst. Alright, so no zombies yet. That was the wrong order. Should have played Arena Regular first and then done the shard and missed a point of damage there. I don't want to pyre. I'm gonna risk not pyre striking that immediately on the hope that that is, well, it could be sacrificed, but then that is not immediately brought back. Yeah. AI move. Could sacrifice Death's Head Rider. Birthing Potter's been repeatedly, basically, just very willy-nilly letting these guys die, scrounging, bringing them back to force the sacrifice of more and more troops each time. Okay, so we can play Artisanal Sommelier here, deal a point of damage. Play a Blood Shard to deal another point of damage. Okay, now this time I am going to Pyre Strike that, so that's one less that can be infinitely cycled to force troop sacrifice. Okay, and we lost our other arena regular. Take 2 from coins. And that's the first zombie we've seen so far. Deal 2 damage to target troop. Whirling Blue Realizer gives us a Ashwood Zinfandel. Target troop gets +1/+1 or +1 attack and crush for each. Yeah, I was thinking the same, which is why I left the 2 resources up here for this. Plus that guarantees the Whirling Brutalizer gets through. And then we're going to swing with the Artisanal Sommelier too, because that deck does not have immediate threats, and that's 2 assault triggers on the Deranged Marauder. So that is 9 damage, and I have a lot of mail coming, and I wonder if I had sales, or if people bought some of my chests. I've experimented with putting up some extra chests that I don't want on the marketplace to see if those will sell. And that was not scrounged. Alright, so deal 1 damage to target troop. We can give this +1 and crush and invincible. That won't kill that. So let's go in with both of these here. Okay, you cost 4. I think it could be worth I'm gonna fire in the hole this so that it can't be sacrificed to the champ power for health and another card. And then we'll go ahead and pass it here. Now he's not in a great position to sacrifice anything because needs troops. Oh, that's it. Swing and Necropolis coins. Death by coin. Death by coin. get out of here. That was a very strong run by Birthing Potter. Made it all the way to the end. Was the first person to challenge the final boss. Yes, your native lackeys and tomb swaps forsook you, and you did not get the force me to sacrifice combo going. But you did walk away with one Scars of War booster and an Armies of Myth Primal. So I'm going to go ahead and send those out to you now. Okay, so all of those... Dang it. Those were all no sale. Compose. Birthing Potter. Dungeon Masters of Entrath. Prizes. Alright, attach the Armies of Myth Primal pack and a Scars of War booster pack. Send mail. Boom! You are set. Boo! Tim Lagore says. Tim Lagore, when you are ready, you can go ahead and send me a challenge. I'm going to go and really quick refresh my glass of water because talking is thirsty work. So give me like a minute and I'll be back. Alright, next victim, challenger, Tim Lagore. Room 1, let's go. Oh, Birthing Potter, I owe you one more booster pack. I forgot. You also unlocked the secret achievement of being the 13th person to fail the dungeon. And I said this is, for episode 13, we're doing 13 themed items. So I will send you another booster when I remember. And we're also going to add one Scars of War booster pack to the grand prize list. So there's 6 there. Okay, did I decide to keep this? I think I decided to keep this.
I will finish what you started.
All right. I should warn you, this deck was tuned over whole seconds. The Conscript Dream. Yeah, we need some shards or we're in trouble. I kept kind of a greed hand, hoping for some good stuff. Okay, thankfully that was a shard. So now we can throw down Probe Warped Hair. I have a hard block against Blessed Scout. So there's 4 people streaming right now. Exarch, Howling Plains, Bluegrass, the resources are always good. And a Martyr. Also useful. Except I think all of those are rares. What were the legendaries? I must know, I'm so curious. You are very welcome. Most of the prizes I give out are from my own personal stash. Some of them are donated. The armies that Armies of Myth Primal was a donated prize. I do not know the person who gave it to me, but I can tell you that person was a Hex employee. I know that because the same person who sent me the Armies of Myth Primal granted 20 booster packs to my account to give away as part of the show. And you gotta be a Hex employee to reach into my account and grant me things like that. So that was very cool. Always makes me happy those times when a Hex developer comes in and says, hey, you're doing something cool, and we want to help support that. So we're going to let that go through because we have Butcher in our hand to take that off board. Although the sad thing is, that can come right back. Let's scrounge to make even more dreadlings. Legendaries for subpar. Miriam, Empress of the Crypt, and Devar. Yeah, ooh. Those aren't great legendaries, you're right. So I think I'm not paying very good attention here, and I feel like I probably misplayed somewhere along the line because I can't strangle or butcher at the moment. So I didn't get all that much damage through. I still can't get my head around how big those Tharaz swings can suddenly be. It gets crazy. Alright, so Dread Apprentice is now gone. Eager Lackey. Yeah, we're pretty dead. Pretty dead round 1, I think. A little over aggressive. Didn't quite manage the removal properly here. Plus Elijah can just bring this right back. Although we can at least take that off board for a turn. Shogu's Garden gives us a bit of a fighting chance. Or maybe not. Call of the Deepwood. So that's going to make a 5-drop and throw that right into play. Which is a 4-3 crush. Yep, and as expected, the Droka Outcast is back and immediately replayed. Alright, we're gonna block here to get one threat off the board. Take our lumps. Get Burly Botanist out. We're still in a really bad spot though here for the first round. Oh, my eyes are kind of bothering me. I should have taken a little bit more time off between work and getting the stream set up. Worked until 5, drove home, pretty much got right to work setting up the stream for the day. And doing a little bit of prep work into streaming, so I've been looking at a computer screen all day. Oh, actually I should have blocked one more thing, but that would have only bought us one more turn. Alright, so deck number 1 has fallen. I need to get more Perturbator in my list. Just didn't want to live, huh? I would have had like one more turn. And then it would have been all over. So it really didn't matter that much. I could have just been like the AI and went and just let it all through. But yeah, so you can send me a challenge for room 2 when you're ready. And in case you hadn't heard, there's 2 special challenges tonight and tonight only. If you can deal 13 damage in a single turn, I should probably tell you this in chat because you're probably going to minimize here. Dealing 13 damage in 1 turn or living with exactly 13 health left gets you a booster pack. I don't like it. I like it better, though it needs shards, but 2 lackeys is fine. So we got a Smash Magus off the first hit. Alright, so we need a wild shard, but we could have some nice cheap Iotachi Brutes maybe? Fire Smoke Lurker, another dud hit. Alright, making valors, making troops. Need a wild shard. Or not a wild shard, need a ruby shard. Need a few ruby shards. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of valors. Come on, shards. What is this deck's problem with ever-drawing shards? It is this specific deck that seems to be the problem child of the dungeon as far as shard draw goes. Probably because I think this deck has the highest average need to be able to work, and so the deck just punishes me. There it is. Let's get some cheap Iotachi brutes out here. One more shard and we can Surging Wildfire into champ power. A 3/3 Stalagmage. The conscript dream is real here. Well, that gets that out of Pyre Strike range. All of the Valors. That's kind of a problem, because those are some big bodies now. Alright, that one flies. And still punished. With not getting resources. Deepwood Droka, if you conscript a troop, it gets Skyguard and Steadfast. Ooh, okay. In before Valor. Although we still could be taking 3 every turn in the air.
Damn it! James, Normandy, anybody!
Oh my god, my eye is really bothering me tonight. Got my eye closed all squinty-eyed like a pirate. So this would be, that'd be +3/+3 in crush. Then make that 7 defense. God, even the Surging Wildfire is not super exciting right now.
Can't do that, Shepard. I don't have a choice here. Walk away, or I will fire.
Morden, walk away.
Still gonna do it though. 5. Just swing with the 1. And I think I actually killed the thing that Bishop Elijah can't just bring right back. Well, that's not very friendly. Yeah, a whole fistful of valors and conscript actions in that crypt. And a merry minstrels. Okay, fire the hole deals 4 damage to something. Let's just vomit some cards out on the board. This is kind of a hard wall to swing into. Need a second. There we go. There's a second fire in the hole. So now next turn we're gonna Lookout will swing in again. We can fire in the hole it, unfortunately Bishop Elijah can bring it right back. Make another Valor whiff. Okay, no swings. Alright, now Pyre Strike. If this would die, avoid it instead this turn. Maybe swing with some stuff. Fire Strike that, because that's going to be the thing that keeps going over, sailing over. That's probably what we do. Just going to pass the turn. This is a little bit of a gridlocked board right now. Just because Conscript can vomit out so many little troops. Alright, it's gone! Get out of here! Gonna be a slow game, huh? Log jammed. That 5-6, if that was gone, it'd be a lot easier to start crashing in. But right now it's like draw card pass, draw card pass. Lasgar's vengeances don't show up until later in the dungeon. Ah, crap. Oh, there's a hit. That's super annoying. That's a good board lock breaker. More Valor action. I wish I had the other gem. Yeah, the flight gem would have been better here. All the Valors. But that's enough to swing the board state gradually ever more in Timlagor's favor. Yeah, with the flight gem, we'd just be dead right now. Oh, look, another troop with no appreciable effect on the board state. This match kind of turned out boring. So this is Valorous, Rage, Skyguard, Steadfast. Probably have to trade here and get that off the board. Just play a troop and pass. I might just throw this one. Let him move on. Or we're going to be sitting here looking at this board until 10 p.m. Yeah, the board really bogs down when there isn't a Death's Head Rider plus Tomb Swap involved. You would be correct. Okay, so we're gonna go boom. No. We're gonna go boom. Boom. And of course, the Quash Ridge would come back. And we have enough in here to scrounge. This is never going to get assaulted up. I'm going to cut the Valor flow. But it seemed like doing something. Play shard pass. Yeah, this particular round has gotten very gummed up. Oh, look at Determined Bushi, because that's gonna get us out of our predicament. Honestly, if this was gone, I would just start swinging more. Even with the fact that that's there. But that's just gotten too big to make profitable swings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 troops to our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Could charge power on a Tempestuous Blade Master, 7/7. There's plenty of things that can step in front of that for no real benefit to us. Alright, so we're gonna, one way or another, I'm gonna do something to force the matter in the next couple turns here, because it was not my intent for Tim Lagor's dungeon run to take 10 hours. We've got 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 troops on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would love a combat trick to kind of break open some action. You could like, give me an Infinitrix, Inductive Saboteur, create a copy of target opposing elf and put it into your hand. There are no elves, but it's a flying troop and they have Skyguard. Derp. That doesn't accomplish anything. Now I'm glad of Skyguard. Alright, so that's 2 Valors for conscripting something. That gets bigger. Whatever got conscripted is going to have Steadfast and Skyguard. And oh my. Well, alrighty then. Powered Justicar of Arendelle. 8/8 Steadfast and Skyguard. That seems okay. Where's my flyer? Also, if only we'd waited on the Inventive Saboteur, could have made a copy of that. Oh my god. Alright. We're throwing. Pride's fall. Sure. We need to keep this dungeon run moving. No, my 13. Can't block them all. This is going to be a net loss for us, and if I was taking this particular match more seriously, I wouldn't swing here. But I don't want this dungeon run to move on for hours, and Timogor still has a ways to go through the dungeon. So we're gonna move it on to the next round with a clean slate here on a newer deck. Try to provide a more entertaining setup. Because that conscript engine was going to win the long game anyway. So sad I could have done the 13 damage. Alright, so deck 2 is out. And so now the question is to take the left fork or the right fork. Now, bonus room B has been claimed. I have not updated the image. Just used to finishing with maximum prejudice. I just didn't want I didn't want us to be here till midnight. Yeah, so you could go left, but bonus room B is gone. Bonus room A is still active if you want to go right. Let's take the path untrodden. Actually, the right is probably the path that's more trodden, but it hasn't been run recently because people were starting to go against the left path just to prove they could. But I don't think we've seen a lot of the right path too recently. Alright, so we'll go then. I need to pick room 5. Can't keep a one-shard hand. Alright, we'll work with this and hope. Been busy, missed a few streams, it happens. No worries. I'm here every Wednesday night starting 5 p.m. Pacific. We go for a solid 3 hours. It'd be 7 to 10 p.m. Central Time for me in Minnesota. And I'm gonna... Well, that's a horrible trio of hands. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna try to start doing a little bit more constructed on Fridays. I built myself a wheel of decks. So I have a constructed roulette built where we'll roll the roulette wheel and whatever. Okay, can't play the gobbler because we don't have an action right now. Every couple or after every constructed match on one of my constructed roulette streams, we'll spin the wheel again, and whatever the wheel says is the deck I'll play. So unlike some constructed streams where you're watching somebody play the same deck for, you know, hours or more, for me, every single match it's gonna be a refresh. Pale Harvester. So a third shard and we can start doing our thing. That is not a shard. Smoke that or not smoke that? Let's take it out. Need third shard. Alright. Mesa, Caretaker, when you conscript an ardent troop, create a Valor. So, those have been creating lots of buffs. Alright, can we have a shard? I want a shard! Need shards, please. Oh, of course. You just bring that right back. Of course you can. You have both colors, don't see the problem. So that's 3 damage coming in. Come on! Shard! Flickering Gobbler, combat training, keeps the combat training loop going. But this is a race that's not going to go well. Oh, finally. Although I think Bumblebot, it probably just exists as a chump blocker. Because we're down to 12. Or do we let this slide a little bit longer? 7. We're gonna... Should full swing this time and be more and then hold things back as blockers next time. Probably put the combat trainings on the Skarn to make it big enough to kill one of those. Not this one because of the Swift Strike. Oh, that buys a turn there as a blocker. So I think the whole flickering gobbler combo just got off to too slow a start here. Yeah, I guess we just lost a blocker and now we're dead. God, that third shard just took too long to show up, unfortunately. Blocks 3, 4. We're dead no matter how we block here. So McBombus was too slow. That means we're on to room 6. And then it's bonus or boss time. Conscript seems fun. Conscript is fun. Alright, Timlagor's run is going to be the last run of tonight. Just with how long I expect at least, 1 to 3 more games to run. These were some longer runs than usual tonight. That's why it pays to show up early if you can. Ha, maybe I should go down to room 3 now. Nope, you gotta keep... You picked your path. Alright, where to go first? We're definitely keeping this hand. This hand is pretty. Although if conscript troops get too big too fast, we could be in trouble. Conscript could be better than this. Alright, so here's the conscript that makes our war party guides worthless. Oh, not immediately. Dang it, I wanted a toy. Oh, come on, a 2-5. Yeah, conscript is kind of better than this deck. Have a couple of aggressive decks built, so maybe the next runs won't be as long. That's good. That zombie combo is very powerful, though. We're at 2 hours and 54 minutes of uptime. We have have the 5th and 6th shards to eventually get to the sacred banner. E6. Okay, that's a good card. When this attacks, ardent troops you control get +2/+1. So it makes everything nice and much bigger. Makes that a 4/3. Problem is, it still might be too slow in the face of conscript making more and more things. Alright, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take 3 again. Sure. Thank God for an AI-only card. Although there's fewer of these than there are in the challenge deck. So now we can start popping some fools. Let's put a Valor on this War Party Guide. And let me see here. I know you've got the ability to bring things back. So let's get rid of that. And hope that... Oh, this... Maybe it would have been better to put the Valor on the Heart of Embers. That would have taken, Bring to Justice off the table as things that can get rid of it. Would not stop a Decree of Banishing, though. Yeah, I think if this lives, the next Sacred Banner is going on Heart of Embers. Just 2 rooms left in the dungeon run if Timlagor is successful here. Alright, Call of the Deep Woods is going to summon a 5, so Heart of Embers will live. Summons an Earth Caller to make the next troop in the deck +5/+5. And that too will be a problem. That's a 6/7. That's literally half of our health. I gotta chump. I don't really want to chump, but I feel like I have to chump. And now I feel like the Valors need to stay on the War Party Guides. Okay, Chastise. Not the most helpful piece of removal, the way those cards are. So let's get rid of... Let's get rid of that one for now while it's in range of being sniped. Yeah, forgetting to move that one out of there. So we don't have, there's not a great chastised target here yet. The one potential problem here too is a swing with this double block. A quick speed conscript action would put that defense beyond our ability to kill, and then we're 2 for 1 or 2 for none, and that would hurt. That would hurt quite a lot. We gotta keep using the Heart of Embers here to try to pick off pieces of the board until it gets into a state where it's okay to start swinging in or cracking the face. Ardent Officer would give everything +2/+1, so those would be, I think that's it, yeah. So those would be 6 4s with Swift Strike. Okay, did use the power to bring the Droka Outcast back. These conscript games are running long though, oh my god. Alright, Call of the Deepwood. Gets a Starlight Oracle. The next resource in your deck gets create a Starset Oracle and put it into your hand. So now every resource makes a Starset Oracle. So once again, the long game is going to swing in the favor of Timlagor. Come on, Timlagor, you have no resources. Three, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. If I use Heart of Ember's Dome to the face, I'd have to somehow survive 6 more turns. Okay. Starset Oracle. It's just going to keep getting replaced every time a shard's drawn. Just gonna start sniping face. Want to save this for I think whatever hit the +5/+5 off the Earth Caller. Empire Strike is quick, so there's no need to throw that out too quickly. We need 5 more Valors to close out this game. Wait, so we need to somehow find 5 Valors before just straight up being dead. That was played, that wasn't cycled, so that wasn't 3 more health. Duplicitous Duke. Is that gonna shift over? I don't know that this works, but we're gonna try this. it still got it. Well, now we're screwed. Let's see here, 9. Okay, so we'll take 3. That was rough. And that shard doesn't help. Alright, I'll just plunk out a guy. Sithos, what's up? It goes alright. Although Timlagor is about to murder us. So I'm actually gonna make the incorrect... Oh, come on. Couldn't even get a guy there. Alright, so I'm not gonna drag out the inevitable here. We're gonna let Timlagor have his win. But we are winding down episode 13 of Dungeon Masters of Entrath. You know, I'm going to go ahead and just use Chastise there while it has value. So this is the 12th consecutive Wednesday night where I have streamed 3 hours of game show action. Birthing Potter came very close to defeating this dungeon earlier tonight. Was the first person to reach the final boss, but did not beat the final boss, but Droka with heat plus chat. That would have been smarter. That would have been a lot smarter. I'm starting to get on tilt and playing poorly now, so I need to pull my head out of my butt in the next couple encounters. Because, yeah, we're just dead. Yeah, Birthing Potter did not walk away empty-handed, did win 1 Scars of War booster pack and an Armies of Myth Primal pack off of the other bonus room. Alright, so Timlagor is now at the point where rooms 1, 2, 5, and 6 have been cleared. Has the optional choice to go to bonus room A to try to win a secret prize there, or can go right to the final boss and try to get the grand prize. The grand prize list is viewable by typing !prizes to pull up a Google document where I keep the list, just because it's a little bit cleaner that way than trying to put a big long wall of text on the screen. Try to keep up the onslaught. Bonus or boss? I don't know which deck I'm supposed to be picking right now. I need to make sure I choose the appropriate deck here. Bonus or boss?
Artu says the chances of survival are 725 to 1.
Okay, that was a follow alert, I think, but it didn't show up right. Oh, Sithos, thank you for the host. All agreed, but the big prize. I'm going to be a wimp and go for the boss. Okay. Okay, that's my portrait, that's why I can't challenge. Silver Standard final boss. Send the challenge. Timlagor wants to etch his name in the Dungeon Masters of Entrath Hall of Fame. Because I do isolate every successful dungeon run and upload that onto YouTube as its own thing. Alright, so I need to focus and not play bad, because this is the final boss. And win or lose, this is gonna be my final round of the night. This is, I think this is bad. Necropolis coins, slow shard. We do have the thing for Quash Ridge Rubble, but this is too slow. Good God, that's even worse. What the f... Okay, do we mulligan again? These draws are horrendous. This is acceptable with some shard draws, but oh my God, this is not how I wanted to represent as the final boss. Alright, so we've got Artisanal Sommelier in here. We have Arena Regular that can start doing things with Whirling Brutalizer. They work well together. Gorge of the Gore God is worthless right now. Draw a card, pass. Alright, show me. Wow, Lasgar is sweet. Scary board, huh? Oh my God, Zanya! Zanya Bloodfist! There's one of the bombs. Worst possible draws, starting hands, mulligans. I think I spelled mulligans wrong, but typing fail. Alright, let's see here. Blood Shard. Still don't have anything playable. How does he not have a play on 5, though? I think he's just maybe giving us a sporting chance. The Battle of Gimp draws. Well, that might be over soon, because there's a couple conscripts. What? Alright, gonna get rid of Lasgar's Vengeance, because that's never gonna be relevant. Worst final boss fight ever. Deep Gaze Disciple, 4/5 flyer, a 4/4 that I mean, come on. This is unreal. Cremate's no use with the size of those troops. Get out of here. Houndmaster, at the start of your turn, if this is ready, summon an attack dog, otherwise summon a guard dog. So on a scale of 1 to dead, how dead are we? Count that damage. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's 13. So not only manages to get the freest final boss fight in the history of ever, but did hit the challenge. Just stop. Free is free. I mean, I suppose it has to happen sometimes, because I've had people roll up into the dungeon and this has been exactly what happens to them. So Tim Legore gets 1 booster for the episode 13 special challenge of dealing 13 damage in a single turn. Can't get the one for winning with exactly 13 health left because we never played a card that whole game. So that was ridiculous. So now that we've lost, this deck had 2 Gorge of the Gore Gods in it for removal tech, 2 Lasgar's Vengeance, a one-off Zanya, and those were kind of the bombs. I didn't want to put too many more rares in here, and there's a couple of Scapegoats and the Sommelier, 4-off Sommeliers. So there was kind of a lot of rare AI tech in here to supposedly be a challenge, but the deck needs to draw more than 2 shards and does need one of both thresholds to actually work. So Tim Legore gets a free win. That was the AA goat. You are correct, the collector's goats. So in review, there were a total of 13 failed attempts on the dungeon before it was cleared. And the grand prize list had, over time, grown to 6 Scars of War boosters, 25,000 gold, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different rares. Yep, so there's the prize list. Did you? I'd have to go back to the tape on that, but I owe you one anyway for being the 13th person to fail. That was secret achievement unlocked. But so just before I sign off for the night, to briefly explain how the next dungeon is going to work. The next dungeon is very different than the other ones that we've done here. Tim Legore. Sorry that Nightbot caught you. I have most of that shut off, but every once in a while it still gets in people's face. But the next dungeon, tell your friends. It's a completely different concept, and it really needs chat interaction to work as well. Because if it's just one-on-one me and whoever hops in the stream and wants to challenge, it'll still work, but it's not quite as interactive. There is no map for the next dungeon. The next dungeon has 12 decks in it. You never decide which deck you get to face. What we do is I will roll a 12-sided die, and whatever number comes up on that die, and I'll move the camera so that you can see what I roll, but whatever number I roll, that is what deck you face. And then if you win, we re-roll and you fight the next deck, that whatever comes up. And the prizes you get are based on how many wins in a row you can chain off. And this is in the rules document so that you can read it again at your leisure. But you get prizes at every win you chain off up to 7 wins. If you win 7 in a row, you're done at your 7th run, and then somebody else gets to come in. Now, every time you win, besides getting a prize based on how many wins you've chained together, you're going to reveal a random letter. And let me see if I can try to very quickly pull up the puzzle that the letters are good for. Let's get rid of this dungeon map properties. Browse. Let me see here. Yeah, let's not pull up the master key. Okay, so let's try this. Okay, and expand this. So every time you beat a room in the next dungeon, what that is going to do is give you one random. We're gonna pull up a random letter generator, and I will spin the random letter generator, and that will give us one of the letters. I will then reveal, I'll update the image to show for that letter what the corresponding number is. So let's say A is 18. Then I'd put 18 in here, and then you know that for every instance of 18, you need to fill in an A in the cryptogram. And so the community working together and chaining wins off in the Dungeon Master is going to get you more and more letters. And so you'll want to take a screenshot of the cryptogram, print it off, write it down on a piece of paper, start keeping track. The dungeon is not over until somebody cracks the code and solves this puzzle. Once this puzzle is solved, the first person to correctly solve the puzzle and whisper me the answer wins 1,000 platinum as the grand prize. So you want to keep track of the letters. Pop it after a match is done. Pop in chat, or pop open the stream again to see what your letter was. Is that 6 on the top right a single letter, or is there a weirdness there? That is a 6, and that's part of the word that goes before it. When I generated the puzzle, it cut off a letter, so I had to manually go back in there and add it back in, and that's why that one's a little bit offline. But that's supposed to be part of that same word. There's also 2 sets of deck building rules, so I'm going to post this again in the official show forum just to try to help it make sense. You basically need at least 2 decks. If the dice rolls lands on an odd number, then it's immortal format. You can use any deck, no restrictions. I'd prefer people don't roll with tier 1 constructed decks, but it is anything goes. And for even numbers, it's immortal, but even numbers are common and uncommon cards only. So there's kind of 2 sets of rules for odds and evens based on what the dice rolls are. So it requires a little bit of deck building, but not too much. So we're gonna give that a try because I've had these decks built for a while now. So we're gonna run this dungeon while I try to design what the next dungeon past that is gonna be. So take that down here. Dang, was hoping there's a few letters that could be A or I. People don't do what for odds? Roll tier 1 immortal constructed decks. Basically, because I designed my decks to be fun and thematic. I mean, I'm not gonna tell people they can't, but I designed decks to be kooky and fun and not meta defining, shall we say. But yes, that's what's going to be happening next week. It's quite a large prize pool because first win is 5,000 gold. Second win is you get a random rare of my choice. 3 wins. At your third win, it's 100 plat. At wins 4 and 5, I have Hero Fall boosters written down, but it's going to be Scars of War boosters. 6th win is 10,000 gold, and if you get 7 consecutive wins, you get a draft. Which again, it says 3 Hero Fall and 100 plat, but it's going to be a Scars of War draft pack. So you could win up to a draft pack and several boosters, and I mean, there's basically, if you get 7 wins in this next dungeon, you've got a draft and an Evo pack and some gold and a random rare besides. And everybody who's even watching has a shot at 1,000 plat. So it's going to be a pretty hype dungeon. So I'm hoping we get some people to show up for it and have a good time. I am also going to start doing some more constructed streams. I'm going to try to do some constructed streams on Fridays when I don't have social plans. I have to drive out to Wisconsin on Friday afternoon, but I'm going to do a Friday early morning stream, and I'm doing constructed roulette. I built a roulette wheel where it's going to randomly spin a deck, and whatever it lands on is the deck I have to play. We'll play that for constructed match, and then spin the roulette wheel again. So it's going to be a constant rotation of me having to try to remember how to play a bunch of different decks when I do constructed streams. So that'll be fun too. But I want to thank y'all for hanging out with me. It was fun as always. Tim Lagore, you will have your prizes from me within the next 24 hours. I'm crashing pretty hard here, so I'm going to get some sleep. But I will have your successful run uploaded to YouTube tomorrow, as well as prizes after work when I come home and log into a Hex. But so thanks again for hanging out, and hope you all have a good night.